What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another VV Vision video. Today, another solo video. Carter couldn't make it. If I can share the screen quick without giving away what I'm going to be talking about. Today, I'm going to be talking about some real hype news that, man, I don't know. We'll get into it. I want to start by thanking all the subs. And also, if you haven't entered this giveaway, go check it out. We're giving away a Steamboat Mickey Common, which was donated by Utopia or Dollar Shave Club. So shout out to Utopia/Dollar Shave Club for that donation, because that's a big donation, like 300 to 500 gems for that piece. So super cool. Thank you guys so much for all the support, though. Wish Carter could be here for this video because it's hype. But Men's made some crispy thumbnails for the video. So shout out to Carter for that. Hope he feels better soon. But yeah, let's get right into this. So I want to start by saying I'm not a financial advisor. None of this financial advice. Do your own due diligence. But yeah, just a dude talking about Veve. But Frank Kozik here tweeted yesterday, 8+ drops in 2022. Hashtag VeveFam, hashtag XK5, hashtag Labbit, hashtag Veve Collectibles, breeding, and so much more. Oh, so much more. Guys, this has got me so hyped. You know, I'm into the smaller artists. You know, Carter and I both are into the Labbits. And this has got us so hyped because this could be, part of a movement, which I've kind of talked about before in terms of, not just hyping up the big IPs. We could see a major movement here because this breeding is going to be a major utility factor for these collectibles. And, I'll get into some more pieces in the future, but these drops, I think, are going to be crazy. So 8+ drops. He's had 3 this past year, series 1, series 2, and then series 3, which is the Christmas drop we just had. But 8+. So I think we've got a lot coming from Frank Kozik. Super hype. And I don't know if I want to do this now, but you probably saw from the thumbnail, XK5. Now, what is XK5, you might ask? Well, if we head over here, XK5 is the Labbiter, baby. Let's go. Let's go. So I'm pretty sure we will be seeing the Labbiter in 2022, which is honestly, like, this might be one of my all-time favorite collectibles in the app. You know, I love the OG ultra rare Dunny. This is up on that tier list with me. You know, I love the Silver Dragon Girl. You know, I love the Dragon Girls. This is up on that tier. This right here is literally going to be one of my favorite collectibles in the app. I've been waiting for this since the day I found out about Frank Kozik and the Labbits. And guys, I'm so excited. Also, let's see, where do I want to go from here? Because there's so much to talk about for this. So with the Labbiters, which that is XK5. So I really think that this hashtag here indicates that we will be seeing the Labbiter. This is all speculation. Don't go like pumping the Labbits because you think the Labbiter will come or whatever. I don't know what is going to happen due to this video, but this hashtag right here, Frank Kozik has been pretty intentional. He's been pretty honest in the past. We've seen when he was hinting at the Labicorn and the Red Rum that, he gave hints that were spot on for those pieces. And this little XK5 here, I think, is an Easter egg that a lot of people might graze over and be like, what the heck is that? He must have made a typo. But XK5 is the Labbiter, baby. Let's go. So if we look at the Labbiter, we've got a couple different colorways here. And I think Frank Kozik dropped some new colorways recently. Guys, I'm so hyped for this. Like, I'll get into some of this other stuff, but we've got this, I believe this called the Wasp colorway. Beautiful. One of my favorites. We also have this like chrome silver colorway, which is another beautiful piece. I love all of these Labbiters. I can't explain enough how hype I am. Carter knows how hype I am. And when he sent me this tweet this morning, I noticed the XK5 and I was like, guys, this is GG right here. So super hype about that. I do want to show though, here's like the box for the the Labbiter. And there's, I think, yeah, right here is like the Wasp, the real life Wasp. And then here's the Chrome. But if we go here, let's go to this picture. So Frank Kozik also posted this, which this makes me even more hyped because we know that Veve drops stuff and variants, and this is like the perfect thing for them to drop. I'm honestly really supportive of this because I think it would make it easier for everybody to get the Labbiter. I think the Labbiter has potential to be like a very beloved collectible in the app. You know, I don't think there's a lot of support for Kozik right now. But I think this piece alone can, you know, give a lot of support aside from the breeding and all the other stuff that I'll get into. But this right here, I don't know. It just made me feel really comfortable knowing that, you know, this might be the ultra rare. This might be the rare. Some of these might be uncommons and then commons. And then the wasp might also be a drop because I don't know. I was just super hyped to see that there's variation and that we could possibly be seeing, you know, multiple different color variants for this because I love this classic. I love the chrome. I love the wasp. I mean, all of these are so cool. And I can't wait to see them in Veve, you know, premium digital collectible format. So I'm super hyped for that. But I do want to get into, aside from this, this information. He also tweeted 13 hours ago that the Labbit is neither male or female. They are Labbits. Any Labbit can make sweet, sweet love to any other Labbit. And so this is kind of confirming or just, I don't know, providing some clarity around Labbits. I mean, I don't think we really had any speculation about like Labbit, like their sex or whatever to begin with, or like, yeah, I don't know. They're like, yeah. So I think that, I don't know, it provides a little clarity. This isn't the most important part I want to talk about. This is. So aside from the Labbiter, which I think is, you know, not confirmed, but I really am confident that we will see the Labbiter based on that tweet because his previous tweets have materialized. And, you know, I know there's a bunch of speculation around it. I know a bunch of people doubted breeding and still doubt breeding, but he seems to be pushing it. And just how Ron English seemed to be pushing for an airdrop for set holders, that happened. I really, I don't know. I do want to clarify it's speculation, but I really think it's possible that we will see the Labbiter, and I'm so hyped. But there's another interesting thing is this Labbit with the Littens. Now, what I'm thinking or wondering is, will breeding result in these Littens, with, you know, containing like combined characteristics from the Labbits? Because I think that would be another interesting factor is like, I don't know. I think that would just be another dynamic in the whole world of breeding. And, you know, maybe Labbits would be the most valuable since you can tell by the form of the Labbit versus the Litten that the Litten is, you know, not the like first generation or an OG Labbit. So I think that's an interesting dynamic to consider. I think this is really cool. And it'd also be really cool if like, you know, you own a Litten and it like matures while you own it or something like that. I don't know, but I think there's so much potential for this. We could start, you know, eventually be throwing like stats in there. Like, I don't know. I would love to see like some Labbit racing. I mean, I think Kozik has even mentioned possible gamification for the Labbits. This is mega speculation, but I believe he's mentioned possible gamification. And that's got me super hyped too, because we could see maybe racing, we could see maybe battling, blah, blah, blah. But whatever game they do, we could possibly see stats being integrated into the Labbits. And depending on whether, you know, the Labicorn will have like all Labicorns have, you know, better speed or like attack or something compared to others, or will every single Labbit be unique? And then like maybe mint number ties to those stats. I don't know. I think there's so much potential with this though. And this is why I love the Labbits, is because Frank Kozik seems to be, just super, I don't know, creative when it comes to thinking about all the possibilities for these Labbits. And we haven't really seen, you know, it's possible we could have gamification for Marvel Mighties. That's all speculation. But I don't know. I think that Frank Kozik seems to be very ambitious. I love that. And I love how many routes we could go with these Labbits, because if we get into stats and like mint numbers tie into stats and the type of Labbit ties into stats, it's going to be crazy. And I would love to see that, just because it would be so cool to see a dynamic like that in the marketplace. So I'm really hyped for that. I think there's one other tweet I wanted to, okay, it was this, but he goes, shh, shh. So, you know, he doesn't tag Veve with this or anything like that, but the fact that there are these 3D collectibles in the different colorways and it's the same model, I really don't think it would be super difficult for Veve to replicate this if they have the Labbit model or the Labbiter model to begin with. So I'm so hyped. Like, I think there's so much potential with this in general. I would love to know your guys' thoughts on the Labbiter, the, you know, what are they? The little baby Labbits, the Littens, and just everything. I'd love to know what you guys think. about all of this in general, the breeding, all of that potential, because I am so hype after seeing this. And, you know, I might have to pick up a couple more Labbits. I don't know if now is the best time, but yeah, I've definitely had my eye on Labbits for a while, especially some of the OGs. But yeah, this just made me so much more bullish. And then lastly, I want to, so here's one of the other colorways, but I want to end, well, not actually end. Here it is. Okay, so shout out to this Vinyl Creep website. I don't know how reliable this is, but it lays out how many Labbits there are. So we see all of these here. I mean, look at this list, guys. There are so many. So we see all these 8+ drops in 2022, which I'm super hyped for. I can't wait to see what's coming. There's also like the stool Labbits, but just to show you guys what we could be seeing, which I'm so hyped for this. Like when I saw these, I was like, this is it. I'm so hyped. So we've got the glow in the dark, which I think is a super cool thing for Veve to integrate into the Labbit series. We've got this tan, which is a little more plain. Polka dots, super cool, love it. Gold, I think this is coming regardless. I think we will see a gold Labbit at some point. It might be the very last of the set. It might be airdropped. It might be something else that I can't think of. But based on, you know, Veve's track record, they like a lot of gold stuff. And we might, you know, they like silver stuff too, but they really like gold. And so I think it's possible that we see a gold Labbit at some point, or maybe even a silver, but I think they'll save the silver or chrome for the Labbiter just because that's like, you know, authentic. But we've got all these plain colors. We've got the little GIMP set here, which is interesting to say the least. We've got the Jungle Magic set here, which is super cool. I like the little tiger print on those. We've got the Pride set here, super cool, loving that. We've got Series 3, which the little shark mouth here, the little purple dude with wings, the bumblebee, that's like a 3D print type of dude, the smiley face. I just think there's so much potential with these. And then imagine having like 100 Labbits in the app and being able to pick and choose which ones you want to breed. And then if there's stats and gamification, like I just think there's so much potential here. And so I don't know. That's why I'm so hyped. I would love to know what you guys think though. We've got this one here. We've got the bubble. This is one of my favorites that I've seen, this little bubble. We've got the mint, mustard, mustache. And these are just from the small ones, but we've got this little dude with a monocle, a top hat. We've got the Murica one. We've got the little cartoony Hooverville type one. I think this is a Labbiter-esque one, black and white, all sorts of stuff though. And guys, once again, I just want to keep in mind, like breeding and possible stats. Like, I don't know, that stuff isn't as confirmed. Breeding is definitely mentioned a lot more often than like the stats part. But like I said, I think that Kozik is really open to doing that type of stuff. And so I wouldn't be surprised if eventually he comes out saying something like, oh yeah, we could have stats on the Labbits, and like these ones will be better at blah, blah, blah. These ones will be better at, you know, blank, blank. But I don't know. I just wanted to show you guys some of these, and I love looking through these. I had to save these to look through for this video just because, you know, got some like animal type Labbits here, some insect kingdom ones, which looks like a bunch of different types of insects, which is really interesting. But yeah, there's just so much potential. There's like hundreds of these things, and to have them on the Veve platform, I think that'll make like, you know, the season ones or the OGs really increase in value. And I think there's so much potential. We've got the original Corpseman, which we've seen, white backstab, black backstab, the visible. We've got these like glow in the dark skeleton ones, a bunch of different colorways, the polka dot again. This one I really like, the like futuristic type, the choice cuts, which we've seen, El Cubano. There's just so much potential. I don't know, guys. That's what I'm thinking. So in terms of the Labbits, I think that is all of the information I wanted to talk about. I am so hyped, and I can't wait to see, you know, what's in store for 2022 and the Labbits, in addition to everything else. I mean, Veve's mentioned that this is their official launch year, and I just think we're going to see so many big first appearances of brands, licenses, collectibles, characters. And I don't know, I just think they're really going to step things up this year. I'm super hyped. But yeah, that's everything about the Kozik I want to talk about. Lastly, and I'm sorry I saved this for last and ranted about the Labbits, but I'm so hyped with that just because like the potential, there's so much potential. Now, to end this, I don't think we ever officially covered this, but I think it's some big news, and I really, really wanted to get it out there, especially For those of you that were talking about the OG Devil Bunny, the ultra rare like pump that happened recently, which shout out to all those holders. Let's go. So somebody said, I'm not sure who this is, GW Gary Walmsley, a Veve collector, UK Veve collector, said, anything planned for Veve at Tristan Eaton? Tristan Eaton said, yes. Now, wait, I do want to see this original. Okay, so this was in response to this like mural NFT, I think, that was posted on OpenSea for Tristan Eaton. This person said, anything planned for Veve? And Tristan Eaton responded, yes. Now, the potential with this has got me so hyped too. I think this might be responsible for the Dunny pump that we saw. So maybe this is old news and you guys already saw this. Carter and I mentioned it unofficially, but here is the actual tweet. So in terms of what we could see for this, I'm thinking, and if you guys haven't seen Tristan Eaton's OpenSea collection or whatever, or like his NFTs, there's a couple that like the mural aspect like morphs. I don't know how to explain it. Look it up on OpenSea though, and I think you can see, but like the art in his, like it'll be a picture of this face, right? This lady right here, and the like all of these designs will like morph and change, and it's crazy. Like I love it. And so what I think could happen is we've seen the two different versions of the ultra rare Dunny. What I think is possible is that's animated and it's waiting to be unlocked in that format where we see that like mural type of, or like, I don't know, just all of that artwork, since that that ultra rare Dunny, you guys know it's just a jumble of all this different art. I think it's possible that the animated version is like just a bunch of shape shifting and that stuff moving around on the Dunny. And I'm gonna be so hype if that happens. Like I'd love an airdrop, I'd love something else, but if that happens, that's going to be one of my favorite. Like it's already one of my favorites, but that is really going to stand out. It's going to be a beautiful piece of art. I can't wait to see. If that's not the case, which I do want to remind everybody, this is speculation. I'm not, I'm just a dude talking about this. We've talked about this stuff before, and this is kind of like where Carter and I love to get into stuff, is this speculation regarding future possibilities. And so another possibility, which we've talked about more so than the one I just discussed, is the possibility of an airdrop. Now, we could definitely see an airdrop for the set holders of the Dunnies. It wouldn't be super hard. It's kind of expensive for that whole, I mean, it is really expensive, if you're spending like, just regular money on it. I got lucky and could spend like some profit from other flips and stuff. But regardless, all that set aside, I think it's possible we see an airdrop. I don't know when the airdrop would be. I don't know what it would be, but I'm guessing it would be a really cool Dunny, basically. That's my guess. It could be the other Dunny, because for those of you who know the Dunnies, there's two versions, the one that you can look at when you actually own it in AR and the preview. It could be that we get airdropped the preview or something, or that could just be an Easter egg and we get a whole new NFT with like a different design from some of Tristan Eaton's new work, like this or something. I think there's a lot of potential though, and I would love to see what happens with that. Aside from that, I'm not completely sure what this could be. So if you guys have ideas, please let me know, because I'd love to hear it. But if this ownership grants you access to like repetitive airdrops for the Dunnies, I would love to see that. I'm really interested to see, and we've mentioned this before, how Veve will move forward in terms of airdrops, and if they'll make that a more frequent occurrence for set holders, because I really think that is the direction they need to move in. We'll see if I'm sure they realize that, just because like a lot of other NFT projects have some kind of utility, and I feel like a lot of them are doing airdrops. And so I think Veve either needs to do airdrops or figure out something to top that. I'm still bullish on Veve, but I really think airdrops is the way to go for rewarding set holders and people who are, have invested a pretty penny in some of these projects, just rewarding them with something for actually investing in that and holding it and genuinely enjoying that art. So I don't know. That's my thoughts. I'd love to know what you guys think in terms of, all of the Labbit content that I covered. I'm sorry I got ranting, but I'm so hyped for that. So yeah, I'd love to know what you guys think about all the Labbit stuff. I'd also love to know what you think about the Tristan Eaton response and what you think that could mean, because, the last possibility, which I really didn't get into, is he could do another drop, which I would be fine with that too. The Dunnies, there's so much potential there as well. They're just like the Labbits. They're just like, Not as much the serial killers because those are more limited. So I really think the Labbits and the Dunnies have a lot that can be compared because there are so many variations of the Dunny. So I think there's a lot of potential there. And I'd love to know what you guys think in terms of the possibilities for any future Tristan Eaton stuff, whether it's airdrops, the animation, or, a future Tristan Eaton drop or something like that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I would love to hear and just read through those because, we can't think of everything here, but just throwing out some ideas. And woo, am I hype? Let's go. So that being said, thank you guys so much for all the support. If you have any other video ideas you want to see, just leave them in the comment down below, and Carter and I will try to do them because, I don't know, we like doing what you guys want to see. Aside from that, I talked about this in the previous video, the daily video. If you want to see more like OpenSea related content, let us know. I'm not getting big into that, but I mentioned this in the first video. If I have like some leftover Polygon, I have like $40 of Polygon. So if there's anything on Polygon that you would like to see us check out that it has a cheap entry price, let us know and I'll try to do that. I have one thing that I'll make a video about pretty soon, which is kind of cool. It'll be just a fun little hangout, maybe during a live stream or something like that. But yeah, just let us know if there's any content you want to see, and I'd love to know what you guys think. If you like the video, leave a like. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike. We appreciate the feedback. If you want to comment, leave a comment. Would love to read through those. And if you want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe. Helps out the algorithm, helps us out. And yeah, thank you guys so much, though. Seriously, for all the support. Can't thank you enough. I'm so hyped for this. Let's go, baby. Let's go. But yeah, shout out to everybody. Thank you so much. Hope you have a good rest of your day, night, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And yeah, this is Veve Vision signing out. We'll see you in the next video. Let's go.